Hello, I am Odima Velma and I'll be taking you through how to create training and teaching resources using Moodle resources. So the first thing that you are required to do is to log into your Moodle account. So I'll log in and I'm using a demo account. So after logging in, this is how it's going to appear. Then I'll scroll down up to here, the place written available resources. Then I'll click on my first resource. I'm logged in as teacher Terry teacher. So, and this is how it's going to appear. So for you to be able to do anything here, you will be required to turn the editing mode on, and I'll turn it on from this side. So my first resource I'm going to create is a book, and I'm going to create it under topic 1. So I'll click on add an activity or a resource, and then I'll go to resources and I'll click on book since it's a book that I'm adding. So I'll give my book a name, and I'm going to write to add a resource on money. Then after writing the name of the book, you can add a little description about your book. You can edit the appearance and several things here. After that, you're going to click on save and display. So this is how my book is appearing. It already has a name. So in your book, you are required to have chapters. So I'm going to add several chapters in my book. So here already it's saying add a new chapter. So you are going to write the title of your chapter. And the title of my first chapter is on definition of money. After writing my title, I'm going to include the content of my chapter. So I had created my notes here. These are the ones that I'm going to use. I'm just going to copy them and paste them there. So under definition, I'm going to select this and copy it. Then I'm going to go back to my Moodle account and paste it there. After adding your content, you're going to save the changes. So this is how my book is appearing. The book title is here. And then on your right hand side, there is the table of contents. So my first chapter is there on definition of money. My second chapter is going to be added. So I'm going to add it using this addition sign here on my first chapter. So I'm going to give my second chapter a name, which is a title, which is Origin of Money. So I also have to include the content here, and I had already created my own notes. So I'm going to copy this. So after including my content on my chapter on origin, I'm going to save the changes. So this is how my chapter is appearing. I'm again going to add another chapter here. And my chapter is going to be on the forms of money. But this time round, I want these forms of money to be a subchapter under origin of money. So I'll click on subchapter here. Then I'll go to the content, which I'm still going to get from my notes. I'm then going to save the changes. So you can see on my right hand side how the sub chapter is appearing. So I'm going again to add another chapter. So I'll click here, add a new chapter. But this time round, I don't want it to be a sub chapter. So I'll click again here so that it can appear that way. So my next chapter is going to be on characteristics of money. So remember, it's not a subchapter, so I clicked here. Then I'm going to add my content. From my notes that I had. I'm just going to copy them. So after including my content, I'm going to save changes again. So this is how my third chapter is appearing. So I'm going to add a last chapter. Again, I'll click on the chapter. Then I'll add the title of my chapter, which is Functions of Money. Then I'll add the content here from my notes that I had already created. So I'm just going to select them and copy. And then paste the content here. So after adding my content, I'm going to save the changes. So you can see my fourth chapter is appearing like this. So for you to be able to navigate around your book, you'll be using these arrows here. So you are in the third chapter. You are in your second chapter. The second chapter still. And then the first chapter. So thank you so much. And this is how you create a book resource on Moodle Resources.